All right, so now we'll get started. I'm guessing that the others are not going to hop on since it's already 10:04. So we're going to begin today. First, welcome to Mindful Flow. In today's practice, I'm going to offer you the inspiration of trying to soften around your edges. So, a lot of times, as we're moving through poses in the practice, we're trying so hard to do it perfectly, and I'm giving you 10 different cues to think about as you start your practice. Um, but good morning, Namita. We're just getting started. And I'd like you today to just think about softening your approach to your yoga, softening as it relates to how you live your life as well. We hold ourselves up to such a standard that we think we have to reach, and we think that we're capable of doing our tasks and getting through our day at such a high level of productivity. And I think it's really helpful sometimes to remember that it's okay to soften. It's okay to pull back from the need to be perfect and the need to do everything just so. That life offers us lots of opportunities to move forward and to embrace whatever comes our way. So if you don't accomplish something exactly as you thought you would on a certain day, you'll wake up the next day and have other opportunities to move forward. So just giving yourself a break today to soften through the practice, and maybe think about that as an inspiration off the mat as well. So in today's practice, we're going to begin in Sukhasana, simple cross-leg pose. And I'd just like for everyone to settle down, find a nice grounded seat. Find a posture that feels comfortable to you without holding yourself too hard or too erect. Just close the eyes or let your gaze come down the nose softly and sweetly. In this seated, static posture, the one that is very often used for meditation, see if you can find some softness within and allow it to pervade the rest of your body. Soften your fingers as they are resting on your lap. Soften your shoulders and allow them to just drop down. Soften around the base of your neck. Soften your eyes and allow them to drop back into their sockets. And then soften your breath. See how released you can bring your body in this moment. And just allow yourself to feel whatever arises. Holding ourselves in a hard manner is a protective measure. It's a way of providing armor around ourselves so that we don't feel all there is to feel. that your mat is a safe place. It's a bubble of safety and security and emotional openness. You can allow yourself to feel what's there. So we're just going to sit here for about another minute. Bringing ourselves softer and sweeter into our space. Let's take 3 more breaths right here. And if you found a new level of emotional availability, a little bit of vulnerability through the softness, don't let go of that. Keep that with you as we move forward. One more breath. And then you can allow the eyes to softly open if they were closed. Bring your gaze up. Start to move a little bit. So wherever you are sitting in your crisscross, go ahead and change the crisscross of your legs so that we even out the hips and support on the feet. And we're just going to start to move the upper body around and allow it to drop down toward the floor in front. And then inhale, bring yourself back up, gazing slightly toward the ceiling. Create some nice wide, slow circles at the waist. Feeling your body weight shift from hip to hip, forward and back. And enjoying the feel of this soft movement. Use your breath to release as you come downward and to draw in as you lift up. On your next time around toward the front, go ahead and reverse your circles and allow those rotations to move the opposite direction. Stay soft. Allow yourself to feel. You are in your safe space. And your next time around toward the front, come all the way up and back to your seated position. Let's place the right hand next to your right hip. Lift your left arm up. Reach and extend the fingers high. Feel the spread of the left ribs. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you can bend that right elbow and draw your left arm over your ear. One more breath. Stay right here. And then inhale, lift up. Left hand comes down. The opposite side, lift the arm up. Reach first with one nice inhalation and feel those right ribs open and spread. And then as you exhale softly, you can bend the left elbow and draw the arm over your ear. Stay here for one full round of breath. Inhale and come up. We're going to bring the arms forward now. Your thumbs are reaching up, shoulder height. Cross the left arm over the right. Right forearm comes straight up and down. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your arm across the body. But keep your gaze and your torso square toward the front. One more breath here. Feel all the way around to the upper back as that stretch opens up the scapula. Drop the shoulder down and soften. And then come back to center. Other side. Right crosses over left, left forearm comes up. Stay nice and square, but lift up. And then as you exhale, release that right shoulder blade in the back and draw your arm across the body. Feel if there's any differences from side to side. Is there one side where you hold more tension than the other? One more breath. And come back to center. Let the hands come down. Let's just softly roll the shoulders forward and back, forward and back, creating nice range of motion, smooth as silk, rolling that ball and socket joint around just like it's meant to move. And then on the next time through, let's bring the shoulders elbows straight back and roll the shoulders forward, so just opposite direction. Keep the rotations nice and smooth. And bring them back to center. We're going to we're going to stretch the neck just a little bit here. So turn your chin over your left shoulder, but keep the chin parallel to the floor. Stop when you feel the first edge of resistance in your neck. Inhale here and exhale. Keep the neck right where it was, but see if you can release your shoulders a little bit further. Pretend that your elbows are weighted and those weights are dropping down toward the earth. Inhale, come back to center, and then we'll turn the head toward the right. Again, keep the chin and the underside of the chin parallel to your mat. Stop at your first resistance point. Take a breath in, and then those weighted elbows are just going to drop your shoulders down toward the mat. And then bring your head back to center. All right. So from here, we're going to stay on our seat, but I'm going to open the legs out, and we're going to stretch them out in a wide leg fold. Wide leg seat, rather. This is Upavista Konasana. We're going to bring the hands softly to the tops of the knees or shins. And you're going to lift up, feel your sits bones pressing down into the mat. So we're going to inhale, lift your energy up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, we're going to turn toward your left leg slightly at the waist. And then fold forward. It's not quite a forward fold and not quite over your leg, but what we're doing is dropping the right shoulder down. So I just want you to feel like your shoulder is dropping down and you're getting a slight twist, but it's very, very subtle. And again, bring your awareness to the shoulder blade as it opens up in the back as you feel the shoulder giving in to gravity. If you like, you can slide your hands further down, fold further as it feels appropriate for your body. One more breath. Inhale and come up. Same thing on the other side. So we're going to turn toward the right leg and then inhale up. As you exhale, drop the left shoulder down. As you drop down in sort of a 45-degree angle, and just let the shoulder be nice and heavy. If this creates any strain on the lower back, then back up. Don't go down so far. But just feel that shoulder blade. There's tension underneath there that you don't even realize until you give it space to release. Inhale and come back up to center. We're going to bring the hands down in front and just slowly walk the hands forward. They're going to support the body as you come forward into this forward fold. You don't have to go down very far. Be cognizant of your lower back and just slowly fold as you feel the hamstrings and behind the knees get a stretch. If you want to deepen that stretch, you can flex the feet. This is going to provide more tension on that connective tissue. Or you can leave the feet soft. Inhale, slide your hands back. Bring your hands just behind each of your hips. Roll your shoulders backwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in the mid-back. And then lift your heart. Just a nice little back bend here, opening the heart. One more breath. And come forward, release. All right. So we're going to, from here, actually we're going to roll onto the belly. Coming into a prone position. If you have a strap and you want to use a strap, I'm going to offer you a couple of options because we're going to go into half bow pose or Ardha Dhanurasana. So we're first going to start off on the belly, just even out your hips so that each feels equally weighted. And support yourself just as you would in a Sphinx pose. Support yourself with the forearms forward and your hands spread in front. So just take a little Sphinx pose here to start. It's a good starting position for this version of bow. From here, we're going to lift the right foot up. And you're going to bring that foot as close to your glutes as you can. You can stay here, and already you'll probably feel a stretch in the tops of the thighs and the quadriceps. And this may be enough for you. So we're stretching the top of the quads, the hip flexors. So you have the option here to take the right hand and reach back, and you can either grasp the foot or you can create a loop with your strap. Loop it around that foot and use the strap to provide a little additional tension on the leg. So if you use the strap, you're probably not engaging the shoulder quite as much because you're releasing the shoulder down to provide that support. So you can either do it that way or just take the arm back, loop the shoulder backwards, and reach backward for the foot or the shin. So just kind of play around with that, whatever works best for you. I want you to keep pressing down through the pubic bone, keep lifting up through the upper body. Breathe, and now soften. Soften your attitude toward the pose. One more breath. And release the foot, bring the hand back forward. Bring your arms underneath each of your shoulders. Press down through your pubic bone. Lift up for a small baby cobra. And then release down. Arms are going to come in front, forearms are folded, and you're going to let your head come all the way down in Makarasana. One full breath here. Drawing that breath in and feeling it come all the way down into the lower belly. Awareness of the full body as you breathe into it. And soften here. Then lift up, we'll change sides, get that little stretch on the other side. I'm going to take the strap off because it's now winding around my leg. So from here, we're going to lift the left foot up, come into that upper body Sphinx pose to start, and just lift the foot up and kind of gauge for yourself how tight that leg is. And then decide how you'd like to approach on the left side. If you want to roll that left shoulder back, reaching back for the foot or ankle. Keep using your upper body to support and lift. So your fulcrum point, your support point is really down in the lower belly at the pubic bone. And we're not trying to lift the knee, we're not trying to go into a huge back bend here. We're just stretching the quadricep and the shoulder if you have that engaged. One more breath. And then release the left hand down, fold the arms in front, and once again soften into Makarasana. One full round of breath here. And then we'll lift the head up. We're going to bring the hands on either side of the shoulders, press up and back, and let's go into a really sweet child's pose. Just let the tailbone press down toward the earth. Your head can round down, your forehead come all the way down to the mat, and just release all the way. Breathe into your spine. Letting that breath wave over you like a soft ocean wave. All right, and slowly transition forward. Come on to hands and knees. We're going to lift the knees off the mat and press back to downward facing dog. Lift those hips nice and high. Stretch out your entire length of your spine. Create those spaces between the vertebrae. Feel the softness that you can bring into this pose when you just allow yourself to let go. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to feel appropriate for you. All right, from our downward facing dog, let's walk the feet forward. Just flow up and down a little bit so we get some motion going here. Come into Uttanasana, our forward fold. Bring your blocks into play if that helps to facilitate the fold. And then slide your hands up the shins, come to a nice flat back. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet, lift your upper body up, reach and extend the arms overhead. Exhale, bring right hand down to your right side, left arm reaches up and over the ear, crescent moon. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, left hand by left side. Lift up and then exhale, crescent on the other direction. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale and forward fold. Step back once again, downward facing dog. Might get a little bit more length here. You might feel a little bit more open after those stretches. We're going to bring the toes together to touch, so bring your feet slightly inward. And then inhale, lift your right leg up and press back through the foot as if that foot is trying to reach the other side of the room. Your foot is flexed. It's about hip height. It doesn't have to be super high. In fact, it's probably better if it's not. And then bend the right knee. Drop that foot back toward your upper back, just as we did in bow pose. Feeling that stretch once again. Nice deep breath in and then bring that right foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg up, press backward. So you can see my foot is not all that high. I'm not trying to get up to the ceiling. I'm just trying to press it back. So keep your hips level. Put your little T set right on the back of the lower back. Keep it nice and level. And then bend the left knee. Drop the foot back toward your glutes. One more breath here. Bring the left foot down. Come forward. Drop your knees. And let's go back into a full child's pose. Bring the arms around to the back body. Soften and drop your shoulders toward the earth. Again, one full round of breath here. And release. From here, we're going to slide the hands forward. Lift back up into downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Moving just a little bit more now, coming into Uttanasana. As you arrive in that forward fold, inhale, lift up, press up halfway, loop your shoulders back and down. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out, up and overhead. Reach up, maybe exhale into a slight back bend. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, and fold. Step back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come forward, drop the knees, press back, extended child. Inhale, rock forward to hands and knees. Exhale, lower down into a prone position. Inhale, lift up to a slight cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up And press back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Exhale and release. Inhale, come up halfway. Loop your shoulders back. Exhale, release down. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, hands by your side. Take a breath in mountain pose. Find that equilibrium between hard and soft. Strong mountain, but soft body. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale and forward fold. From our Uttanasana, we're going to take our blocks in front and move into a standing splits. So I know that sounds daunting, but we can do it the soft, easy way. So bring your hands to your blocks. I've got mine on the tallest level. And we're simply going to bring the right leg up and back. And just as we did in downward facing, we're just going to lift that foot hip height. Okay? So it's as if we're pressing the foot back, pressing and reach into that connection between the hip and the femur, the hip socket, and see if you can elongate that leg and press it back. My foot is flexed, the toes are down. And from here you can stay, or if you like, you can try to bend the elbows and maybe fold slightly over your standing left leg. That is optional. Don't feel compelled to do it if that makes you dizzy or creates any kind of issue. Come back up, bring that right foot down. Forward fold all the way. Inhale, lift up, arms reach overhead. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands once again to your blocks. Left foot is now going to step back. You can kickstand it back to find your balance. And then lift that left leg up, pressing it straight back toward the back of the mat. So once again, think about your sacrum being as flat as possible. I always bring the example of placing your teacup on your lower back so that it doesn't slide forward or side to side. Press back. Feel the femur, the thigh bone lengthening behind you. Take a breath in, and then option here, bend the elbows and you can fold over your right leg. Inhale, come up. Left leg places down. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach those arms overhead. Exhale, slight back bend. Upward facing hands. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Step back with your left leg into a low runner's lunge. We're just going to transition from here. We're not going to stay in the lunge long. We're going to walk the hands around to the left side of the mat and create a wide leg forward fold. Your feet are now parallel to the ends of your mat. Walk your hands slightly forward so that you lengthen through the spine. Crown of the head reaching one direction, tailbone pressing back. Inhale here, and then exhale, bend your elbows down and fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. Let your head just release. Let your neck be soft and let that heavy, heavy head be drawn toward the earth. From here, We're gonna lift up slightly. Place your support into the right hand. Take the left hand and slide it toward your right foot. Bend the right elbow, allow your left shoulder to drop down toward the earth, and slightly bring your gaze over to your right foot. This is a little bit like what we did when we were sitting down in our wide leg position. So dropping the shoulder down. Take care to keep supporting yourself through the thighs and lift them up into the femur. Inhale, come back up to center. And we're going to fold the other way, that little mini twist. Bring the right hand towards your left foot. It doesn't have to reach it, it's just reaching toward it. And then you bend your left elbow and drop your right shoulder down. Once again, feel gravity open up the scapula in the upper back, releasing all the tension that lies within. Inhale, bring the right hand back, walk it around to the front, come back to your low runner's lunge. Bring the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Let's reach up, lengthen out through the body, fingers reaching skyward. Nice deep inhalation, exhale, slight back bend. Upward facing hands and forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Take your right foot and step back to your low runner's lunge. Walk the hands around to the side of your mat. Once again, coming into that wide leg forward fold, your hands are supporting you. Walk the hands forward slightly so that you really lengthen through the spine. Open up those spaces. Feel the blood flow, the tension release between all the discs of the vertebrae. And then slowly bend the elbows back. Drop your head down and fold. Lift up. Inhale. This time we're going to place the left hand just directly underneath your face. Right arm is going to come into a T off the shoulder. I'm going to go into a little twist here. So twist your belly and your heart to the right. When you've moved your belly as far as you can, then if you want to extend the arm further, you can increase your twist. Always move from the belly first and then to the hands. Exhale, unwind, bring your right hand down, support it underneath your face. Left arm comes into a T off the shoulder. Move your belly to the left. You can deepen your twist when you're ready by lifting the left arm a little higher. Nice deep breath. Exhale and unwind. Forward fold. Walk your hands around to the front, come back into low runner's lunge, and then bring your left foot back, this time downward facing dog. Come forward, drop your knees, press back, extended child. Well, we are getting a gully washer now where I am. I don't know if it's pouring on you guys, but it's really heavy rain here. Nice deep breath in, one more. And then come on forward, hands and knees. We're going to bring the left foot forward between your hands and then lift the knee up. So position yourself in a low runner's lunge. From this low lunge, lift up through the back of your left thigh. Bring the crown of the head forward. Lift up using your pelvic floor and your core. When you do this, when you engage the core, you can feel the shoulders soften because you're taking the weight off of the upper body and shoulder support. Lift up and see if you can simply stand using your fingertips for support, whether you're using your blocks or on the mat, either way. From here, we're going to take the right arm and reach it forward. Your thumb is up. Inhale, we're going to lift that right arm up and transition to a lunging twist. So the right hand is up, palm is out toward the side of the mat. And then rotate that right arm all the way around to the back. You might glance back that direction and reach back toward your back foot. Bring the right arm forward. Once again, reach forward. And then bring the right hand down. Drop your left knee. And we're going to walk the hands backward, coming into Hanumanasana half splits. Fold over your right foot. Flex your foot. And then soften your approach. Allow yourself to move into the pose in a soft and sweet manner. Use your breath and send that softness all the way up and down the body. Inhale, walk your hands forward. We're going to lift the left knee up, step it forward to the front of the mat. Forward fold. And then we're going to inhale, come all the way up. Arms reaching overhead. And then exhale, hands come down to the side. From this standing position, we're going to bring our weight into the left leg, preparing for Nadarajasana, or dancer pose. So bring your balance into your left leg. Lift the right leg up. Kickstand it behind you if you like as you gauge your balance. Roll the right shoulder back and then lift the right foot off the mat. See if you can grasp that foot with your hand. If that's not possible, you can always bring that loop of the strap around your foot and use it in the same way we did bow pose. All right, so you can stay here. Or you can lift that left arm up, reach the fingers skyward, lengthen through your spine as you become more erect. And again, you can stay here, or if you like, you can press that right foot further back into the hand. We're not going to dip forward, we're just going to stay upright in today's practice. Nice deep breath here. Sweet little dancer. Release the right foot down, release the left hand down. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale and fold. This time, step back with your left foot and come into a low runner's lunge. Come into your supported lunge with blocks or your fingers. Lift up once again. Feel your core engage. And then from here, we're going to take the left arm forward this time. Thumb is up. Reach and extend. And then we're going to lift the left arm up. Right hand is supporting us on the block or the mat. And then rotate that shoulder slowly around to the back. Reach it toward the back. And then bring it forward once again. Reaching forward. Drop your left knee down. Walk the hands backwards slowly. You can bring the blocks with you if you like, if that helps. And fold. Inhale, come forward. Lift the left leg up. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot this time. Low runner's lunge. Same thing again. Lift the left arm forward. Inhale, lift it up, rotate around. rotate to the back of the mat. And then bring that arm forward and reach. And bring it down. Right knee drops down. And walk your hands backwards to stretch out the left leg. If you'd like to, you can fold a little deeper in this half splits. Once you've reached your edge, soften. Make your pose your own and feel the sweetness of allowing yourself to be soft. Take a breath in, and we're going to walk forward. Walk the hands forward. Bring the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing. And then hands down by your side. Bringing your support into the right leg. Find your balance. Kickstand your left foot back. Reach back, loop that left shoulder around. See if you can grasp that left foot. Bring the right arm up. Fingers are going to reach up toward the ceiling. When you do this, it helps to elongate the body, create that spinal support. And then decide if you want to press that left foot back. You can reach the shoulder blade further, pressing into this nice, sweet dancer. Breathe, hold steady, allow, and then let that left foot come down. Right hand comes down. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, drop your knees, and go in straight into extended child. Breathing in deeply, exhaling softly. And then come on forward to hands and knees. We're going to lower down into a prone position. And then we're going to roll to the right side on the mat. So come into the right side. We're going to cradle the head with the right hand. Laying all the way on your side, we're going to move into cat pulling its own tail, which is almost a side-lying version of dancer when you think about it a little bit. So what we're going to do is you can slightly bend the lower leg so that your knee is bent. We're going to bring the left leg forward, keeping it straight. And you're just going to bring it so it's coming off on an L-shaped position relative to your body. Then slide the right knee down. The right knee is going to point toward the back of your mat. And then you're going to loop the left shoulder back. See if you can reach toward that right foot. And slowly roll on back. At some point you can let go of your head if you like and let it come all the way down. And just stretch and reach, letting your left shoulder just slowly come down toward the earth. It's got a little bit of a grasp on your right foot, just so that you feel held in place. If you can't reach your foot all the way, you just reach toward it. It doesn't have to hold on to the foot. Just feel all the different ways this is opening your body on the side and back. Shoulders, even the neck. onto your belly, and we'll roll on the other side. So you start on the sideline position, head cradled in the hand. Bend your left knee, give yourself some support underneath. Extend your right leg out and forward, and then start to slide your left knee down so it's pointing down toward the end of the mat. At this point, you roll your right shoulder back and start to reach backward toward your left foot. Come on down and let yourself roll as far backward as it feels appropriate and comfortable for you. Find your version of cat pulling its own tail. Stay here for 5 breaths. Just listening to the soothing rain. Soft water. And you can inhale, come on back. Bring the legs back underneath. Come back to a prone position, push yourself up. And we're going to reposition, come all the way down to our seat. I had suggested bringing a bolster. You can use a blanket if you like. We were just going to use a little support for Shavasana today. So we're just going to roll all the way down. And just let your legs roll right or straighten any way. One way you can do this if you like. You can make that bolster a little higher. You can put it on its edge. If you want to create a little bit more of a support for it. Or you can lay it out flat. You don't have to use a bolster at all. Just lay all the way down. And see if you can go through the process of softening one part of the body at a time. Melting down into your mat as if that rain is just creating a liquid outline around your body. And just think how much easier life would be if we softened the approach to ourselves and others whenever possible. relax your jaw. Let your eyes drop down into their sockets. Smooth out the skin of your face. And rest in the comfort of your own breath. Begin to draw your breath in with more intention. Transitioning to your day off the mat. Keep that softness inside, but draw your knees into your chest. Yourself a little hug of gratitude for this time and practice. As you're ready, bring yourself up slowly. Once again, return to Sukhasana, where we began. Let's take a breath in and draw the arms up, reaching the palms together, gazing up at your thumbs and toward the source of life and light. And then bring your thumbs down to the heart center, the source of your own internal light. Allow yourself softness. Allow yourself ease. And move through your day with a sense of peace and calm that will last every moment. Thank you so much for practicing. Om Shanti and Namaste.